those type guys, you know.
Who fought those battles?
Yeah.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Here we are.
Okay. You need a chair, Steph? Come in. Get that great chair. We're live everywhere today. We're even streaming live on the website.
Nice. We're even on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
I noticed that that's an option there.
It is. We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Getting job offers while people are
Right? Sam Salinas says, good morning, morning. Chris Gonzalez is here. We need to watch out. Joe might
Oh, wait. We're doing mimosas today? Or
Yeah.
you doing
Yeah,
mimosas?
you want one? We got one
No
for you.
tienes miedo.
We want one for you. We didn't know if you were scared. We don't want to scare you off.
I'll take a baby one.
You take a baby one? Give him a baby one.
A mini mosa.
Give him a baby
A mini
one.
mosa?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
We don't want to scare you off, man.
No, I don't want to be like that Taylor Swift
we don't want
lyric. I don't want to be drunk in the back of the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like be
that.
asleep outside with the dogs, bro.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
Sam Salinas is Joe officially a Fed now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fed, man. Fed, bro. Federale.
Narc.
Puro narco.
See?
Puro pinche narco.
Joe, are you gonna have one?
I'm working. I'm going to have me a beer, actually.
There you go. There you go. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good.
Steph, can you get me a Lone Star Light?
Thank
please?
you.
I appreciate it.
Can you get me a Buffalo Trace?
I got a
Hey.
bottle there.
Let's do this.
Thank you so much.
It's Friday, baby.
We're ready, man. We got a lot to talk about today.
We do.
We
And
definitely.
Steph's new video that she helped make, you know,
Yep.
is going to be dropping from
Absolutely.
J-Mac the Dragon.
Yep.
We got to
Be
talk
awesome.
about the pickleball.
Pickleball paddle, man. It's
Dude,
gonna be
okay,
big.
first of all,
It's gonna be huge.
I want to learn how to play.
Yes.
We'll
Let's do
get
it.
in-
We'll
we'll
get
get
into that. We'll get into that. Yeah.
Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
What's up, San Antonio? What's up, South Texas? This is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from San Antonio, Texas. Got Rik Fernandez here, freshly retired from the United States
Oh yeah.
Marine Corps.
See that?
We've
That's
got Joe
retirement.
Garcia, the new Fed.
Federale.
Puro
There you
federale.
go, man.
Puro
Congratulations
federale.
on your new
Thanks.
gig. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you, brother.
We're celebrating
We're
here
celebrating
today.
that,
We're
man.
popping
Mimosas.
bottles.
Lots to
I'm
celebrate.
drinking my Lone Star. So if you know,
Yep.
for the real burros out
There
there.
you go. We got
Yep.
the mimosas, or as
Yep.
the fellas call it, the himosas.
Manmosas.
The
Yeah,
manmosas.
The man mosa.
Yeah.
Very nice. You know, also celebrating the fact that we are now 918 subscribers strong. We picked up
Gotta
a few
update.
more yesterday, so we're getting closer to 1,000. The viewership is going up, and not only is it going up on YouTube, but it's going up on Facebook and on Twitter as well. Soon to be on TikTok. We're getting going.
getting there.
baby.
You know, I got
What-
an announcement to make too.
Yeah, what's going on?
So in lieu of, me getting this position now with the government, we're going to go ahead and celebrate today. So we're going to be hanging out at the Twin Peaks over here off of Highway 151 around maybe 3:00, because that's the time that their what is it called? Happy hour starts.
Yeah,
So you get the reduced price on the big man-sized beers
There
and
you go.
everything.
That
So if y'all
20
want to join us, be out there about 3.
that 29-degree beer that they have over there at Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Hey, today's
Yep.
Bourbon and Brews Day.
How
bro.
does Rob Thompson say it from San Antonio Sports Star? Those scenic views. That's why you go out there. We
Of
also
course.
we also have Steph out here over here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
hanging
Steph
out,
taking care of us, man.
Oh,
She's
Steph-
always
Steph-
doing good,
Steph's
man.
in the back and the behind the scenes, always getting things
doing the
done.
Thank you,
behind the
Steph.
scenes videos. What's
Yep.
going on? You know, this is a big show because lots to get into. You know, typically in the summer, you don't got anything to talk about.
Right.
But we have so much today. NBA draft rumors heating up again. We talked about what happens if a certain player falls to the Spurs, like
Mhm.
Alex Sarr. Some of the mock drafts are saying that. But today's mock drafts are now coalescing.
Oh.
They are now in agreement, which is weird because
we got Castle.
USA Today announced their latest edition of the consensus. And guess what? The Ringer, USA Today, ESPN, and Bleacher Report are all agreeing on 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
So we'll get into that. There's already been a trade in the
Mhm.
NBA.
Oh yeah.
The rich get richer, man.
And there's also been some stuff that's happened that's kind of, I don't know if it's a good move, bad move by the Lakers, man. But I got to say this: while there are other coaches that are available out there, that have more of a pedigree, why are they giving JJ Redick that opportunity? And I don't want to make it a racial thing, but you have some other coaches who have more experience and have been assistant coaches a lot longer than JJ Redick that deserve that opportunity, but they were overlooked.
Well, the NBA doesn't have the Rooney Rule that
Yeah.
the NFL has, right?
Right.
But you have JJ Redick, now the head coach of the LA Lakers. We're going to get really into that because I like what you brought up, Joe. But the fact of the matter is there's another Joe Mazzulla in Boston, who had no experience, who took over a storied franchise in the Boston Celtics, and within a couple of years took him to the promised land.
But why is his storyline so esteemed? Because he is of a certain color. He's a minority.
Well,
and that's
but
what I'm
no,
saying.
but I'm talking about the experience factor of it
yeah,
all.
I get that. But I'm saying, like, we focus now on JJ, right? That he has no
Right.
experience. What's he going to do with the Lakers? I'm willing to give him a shot, see what he can do, from just a fan perspective, because I got a no dog in this fight. I'm not a Lakers fan. But Mazzulla and what he was able to do, I think it's more impactful because he is a minority. And look at how quickly he was able to take this Celtics team to the promised land and win.
Other things we're going to talk about within the NBA, the Chicago Bulls are giving all signs that they're going to go for a full rebuild this year.
Yeah.
That
Lonzo Ball's out the door.
Zach LaVine, maybe DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, they all look like they're on the chopping block.
Suddenly, that Spurs third draft pick for next year from Chicago, which is top 10 protected, already in jeopardy, and the season hasn't even started,
Yeah,
man.
Bulls are having a fire sale, dude. They're getting rid of everything.
Ryan Garcia
Oh man. Man.
got suspended,
Yeah.
and now he says he's retired.
Yeah.
No, man. Hey, man. He's related to us somehow, some way, because I'm Garcia. I don't want to claim him on waivers, bro, but he's out there.
All
man.
I gotta say, ever since he big timed me when I was hosting halftime, he's gone to
Went
crap.
downhill after that.
He's gone to crap since then.
Yeah. I'll tell you what one of the bigger stories in that is Devin Haney's record going back to undefeated.
That is true.
I mean,
That's
that's kind of, that's a topic.
Did you see the video that he released of him dancing?
Because
Yeah.
I tell you what, the record says undefeated, but that ass whooping is forever.
It never happened.
Yeah.
It never
Ooh,
happened.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and Ryan Garcia's like, well, then give me back the money.
No, you're right. There's a lot of subplots there with that.
No, but Oscar ain't giving back nobody money.
Oscar's,
man.
oh
Come
my
on,
God,
man.
Oscar, man. Yeah, there's a lot of subplots with that, with the no contest turning it, or the win turning into a no contest. Ryan being suspended. There's a lot to unpack.
Man,
there,
why is Oscar so petty though, dude? He's still going that Canelo, dude. Yeah, the hello. Move on.
Yeah.
The Hawk Tua girl was discovered.
That is wild.
Did you see the merch?
She came out of hiding.
Yeah.
And she's hawking that merch.
Yeah.
She's Hawk Tua that merch.
Yeah.
Did you see the hat? It looks like the MAGA hats, right?
Yeah.
And it says Hawk to a 24.
It's great. I'm in love. Heidi Klum, you know what? In her 50s now, but bringing it hard. I don't know if you saw what happened on the latest edition of Hot Ones. You know what Hot Ones is, right?
No.
That reporter who gives you hot wings and gives all these celebrities hot wings,
Okay.
and they get progressively hotter.
Okay.
She was starting to strip down
Is that
in
right?
the most recent episode. We'll get into that. We're going to have to figure out what the opposite, the female version of an Edgar is, because a couple of days ago, WOAI released surveillance photos of three ladies who held up a place.
Yeah, saw that.
And can you imagine being held up by three chicks?
Man, and then the way they were dressed.
I know.
Right? They were, they were getting ready to hit
hit the club afterwards.
hit the club, but like the skanky club. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
it was something else.
So we need a term for female Edgar.
Term for female Edgar?
That's what they were.
Susia.
Susia. Well, let's get into that a little bit. Let's not answer that question just yet. We're teasing it down.
We're teasing it. Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar went out after Drake again.
Yeah.
This time live.
Yep.
And
United
NBA,
all of LA.
NBA superstars on the stage singing along, right? So that's very funny,
Yeah.
dude.
United all of LA, man.
And Mario Cavasso is going to be joining us for Twins, he says.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the man right there, man.
We're gonna have
Good
to say
see
a
you.
big FU to Kevin Costner.
Mhm.
Kevin Costner upsetting all the fans of Yellowstone today. We'll get into that. And then Steph has a video that we're going to get a sneak peek of later on today. So we have a lot to get into. NBA draft is less than a week away. Next Wednesday, baby. Next Wednesday. On Monday, we're going to announce where the draft party is going to be for Alamo City Podcast Network. You can come hang out with us.
Absolutely.
We're going to finally announce it on Monday. We've got some I's to dot and T's to cross, if you will.
Yep. Lowercase J's.
To make that happen.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A lot of innuendo this week. People who are supposedly going up mock drafts, some that are coming down.
Mhm.
We've seen Rik Fernandez go from number 1 overall to number 5.
Yeah.
We've seen Alex Sarr, people going, well, maybe he might drop to 4 to the Spurs. It was insinuated by Don Harris of News 4 San Antonio, who has a lot of contacts within the NBA,
Right.
a lot of sources, probably more than any sportscaster here in town. That being said, I found it interesting that when the USA Today released its what they call the consolidated or the consensus report, they took what I think are the 4 most legit sites, which is ESPN, The Ringer, Bleacher Report, and USA Today. And guess what? They now are all in agreement. So are we going to buy what's being said here? Because in agreement, according to the consensus, again, this is the USA Today, The Ringer, ESPN, and Bleacher Report, all 4 say that Zachary Rik Fernandez is going number 1 overall to the Atlanta Hawks. All 4 of them. Guess what? When it comes to number 2, all 4 are now saying the Washington Wizards are going to take Alex Sarr.
Right.
When it comes to the Rockets, look at this. All
Shepherd.
4 are saying Reed Shepherd. So maybe, just maybe, we're not going to be in for a lot of surprises.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, now that kind of like an election where you try to get the poll done right at the end.
Right.
It seems like they're going, okay, we're less than a week away. We're enough of this nonsense, enough of this BS. Let's give what we really think is going to go on. And when it comes to number 4 in the Spurs, 3 out of the 4 say Stephon Castle out of UConn.
I wouldn't mind Castle. He's a bucket getter, man. That's what we need on this team.
The guy's a monster defensive player. He can attack the rim. Can't make a 3 to save his life, but he can attack the rim.
Yeah.
So when you look at like Castle and you look at this, what are your thoughts on suddenly these mock drafts kind of coming together and aligning?
Well, I tell you, I could even go the opposite and say it's like, college game day or wherever we have everybody picking a certain team, everybody. And it's like, it's almost too much. You know what I mean? So I'm almost thinking to myself, like, man, like something's got to give in that. There's no way that all 4 of those are going to be the exact same for all, I don't know, for the 3 top picks.
Well, in the NFL, it kind of was that way this past year.
True. Yeah.
This past year was like, it was like there was no deviation.
Right. Yeah.
Until you got to like pick number 8 or 9.
Right. Yeah. True. I just did this. I think the charm of this draft that people call it's a weak draft. I say the charm of the draft is that there is no consensus one, or there used to be. Topic was at one point.
Well, until he got hurt.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, but like look at the whole totality of who's been number 1, and it was Sarr. It was Sarr. There was no more question. That's it. Now Rik Fernandez. There's been all kinds of different talks, and I like it actually. I kind of like the mystique. I kind of the like, oh, everybody knows so and so's going 1, so and so's going 2.
So there is a little bit of intrigue and mystery when it comes to this, and part of me wonders if you hear things like Donovan Clingan going number 1, or you hear maybe we'll take Stephon Castle number 1 as the Atlanta Hawks. That maybe that's being sent because they know that the teams at 4, 5, and 6 want them,
right?
Would try to like move up to get their guy, right? Or and there have been draft day trades. I mean, we had famously the number 3 and 5 when Trae Young and Luka Doncic were traded for each other.
I feel like this draft is going to be draft day trade kind of situation.
Yeah,
I feel like because, like you said, I think it's almost like not so much who the team wants, it's who the other teams want. So they're gonna. Like Atlanta's like, I know Spurs want so and so, I know Houston wants so and so, right? So it's almost like it's not so much who do they want, it's like who does other teams want, so I can get more in return on a trade, or you know what I mean? Yeah. So this draft to me, it's almost funny that it's not about who do I want, it's about who do the other teams want.
It's like playing poker.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And part of it is pot odds. It could be something to the effect of if the Spurs are sitting there at 8, and suddenly they look at their guys and the way that maybe it is a little bit different. Maybe Clingan does go number 1.
Right.
And maybe all hell is breaking loose. Maybe the Spurs are looking at this going, you know what? 3 or 4 of our guys are still there at 8.
I don't need to be there at 8.
Exactly. Let's put this into context. Look at this. These are the previous 8th overall picks in the most recent drafts, right? You have Jarras Walker. You have Dyson Daniels, Franz Wagner, Obi Toppin, Jackson Haynes, Colin Sexton. Yeah, Frank Natilikina, Marquise Chris, Stanley Johnson, Nick Statukis, Caldwell Pope, KCP,
Yeah.
and you have Terrence Ross.
I mean, there are a couple of good names. Franz
Yeah.
Wagner probably being the best of them all.
Yeah, I feel like someone interesting is still going to be there at 8. That's what I think. I think someone, like you said, someone that the Spurs are still looking at, a Devin Carter, someone who may not be like a big, sexy pick, but someone interesting is still going to be there at 8.
I think so too.
And like you said, all it takes is someone to take Klingon or something, and everything's just going to go crazy. Everything goes out of whack. Yeah. So it would be awesome for Atlanta to like take Klingon number 1 or something. And then like now you're talking Sarr, Richard, somebody's going to be there that no one thought was going to be there at 3, 4, 5 or whatnot, I don't know, man. It's going to be
It's going to be a fun night.
It's going to be fun. I really do.
Now, for those of you just joining us right now, we're talking about the fact that the consensus mock draft by USA Today, which compiles not only USA Today, but the Ringer, ESPN, and Bleacher Report, probably the 4 most reputable services when it comes to mock drafts, when it comes to sources being had. How at number 1 they have Reece Sarr, all 4 of them. At number 2, all 4 of them Alex Sarr. At number 3, all 4 of them.
I feel like
Reed Sheppard.
It seems like Reed Sheppard might be a lock in Houston. I don't know. That's kind of what everyone's saying. That's been kind of a thing.
The Rockets are not working.
Yeah,
a lot of people that's our guy.
And it's kind of I could go either way with the working out thing, because I know there's players who didn't work out for teams and still got drafted.
Right.
But there's also you do kind of get a sense of like Richard Shea worked out for Hawks, the Spurs, the Wizards. I mean, so he knows he's going to go somewhere in the top 3.
Mario Cavazos reaching out and saying on our YouTube stream, was watching Devin Carter highlights. Not bad. Makes plenty of blocks at 6'2". Beyond the blocks, Devin Carter gets boards. There's certain point guards out there like a Russell Westbrook
right.
that go out there and they crash the boards and they want to get 6, 7, or 8 a game.
Yeah.
And that's something that we've never seen before. Parker never crashed the boards.
I
Trey
think
Jones doesn't do that.
DeJounte Murray was kind of
but DeJounte was the height to do so.
Right. True. Yeah. No, but I agree. And I think that's like an anomaly for a point guard to be, leading in rebounds and stuff like that, which would be great. I mean, a Carter, you know what? He's starting to get a lot of steam. Carter. There's a lot of steam for him at 8.
Everyone's talking about how well he's doing in workouts.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Spurs fans aren't going to like it because he's not really like a sexy name, but he's again, they're comparing him to a Derek White. They're comparing him to that kind of situation, So I don't know, that screams of Spurs, picking a guy like that. That not a big name,
he's
not
a Spursy pick.
Yeah, and people probably hate to hear that, but it's true. He kind of is. I think the Spurs are gonna, one of their top guys is gonna be at 4. I don't know, man. I keep feeling like Richard Shea, something's could happen, and he falls to 4, and they don't even need a trade. And if they get Richard Shea or a Sarr or somebody crazy at 4, that 8 pick, you almost can kind of play with it. You know what I mean?
Did you hear about Richard Shea's draft combine numbers? His vertical was 25 inches. He can't jump. His max vertical was 32. Meantime, Reed Sheppard was 44.
Yeah.
The consensus mock draft has 3 of the 4 big mocks saying that Matas Buzelis of G League Ignite, he was somewhere between 6'9" and 6'10". He
was at one point he was looked at as a top 3 guy. Everyone was talking about him. And then there's a couple of guys who are older, quote unquote, for rookies. Some look at it as a bad thing, maybe not. I mean, you got some experience, you got a glue guy.
Tim Duncan went 4 years, and so did David Robinson.
I feel like it's just it's like a societal thing. It's just like anything else in this world where everybody wants everything now. It's a bad thing all of a sudden to be a 3-4 year college player. I don't think it is. I mean, I really don't.
I don't think so either.
Honestly, that might be what this league needs now. I mean, we got 18, 19-year-old kids.
Well, look at this too. Look, going back and looking at previous first overall picks, all the way to 2012. You have Anthony Davis, Anthony Bennett, Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, DeAndre Ayton, Zion Williamson, Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero, and then you have Victor Wembanyama most recently.
I mean, there's something to be said about drafting early in the draft. Obviously, the best crack you have at it, the better it is. But then again, we showed yesterday how in 2016 and 17, I think those were the 2 years, the Lakers had the 2 pick in both years, and the Celtics had the 3 pick in both years. The Celtics took Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you got Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
you picked the wrong guy.
So, sometimes I think that third and fourth picks, there's a lot of pressure at number one, man.
There is.
There really is. Like, let's get to it. Like other than like you showed the graphic about
29th picks.
I mean, there's a lot of pressure at number one. Let's say you draft a Sar and he's is a big guy and looks the part and everything, that he doesn't pan out. Man, that's a franchise killer.
The 19 and 20-year-olds that I do trust, though, the 18-19s I do trust, the ones playing in France.
Yeah.
The ones playing in Serbia.
Yeah. Well, that's why a guy like Saloon gets some nod.
Well, speaking of which,
because you're talking about, there's a dynamic shift, obviously, that's been happening about overseas players. They're playing with grown men in overseas. They're playing. They're playing FIBA rules. Yeah. And I understand that it's a different competition. I'm not trying to say that it's the same level of competition, but there's something to be said about being 18 and playing with grown men,
grown ass men under grown ass rules.
Exactly. So
with a smaller paint size and a smaller court,
I feel like that they're not really in awe a lot of you know what I mean, because you as much as the college game is, you play one and done. It can be a little much for you coming to the NBA playing with grown physical men.
Now, where it gets a little bit different when it comes to this consensus by USA Today, Ringer, ESPN, and Bleacher Report is at number 8 with the Spurs.
Yep.
Tijane Saloon of Chile, France, is what USA Today believes. Rob Dillingham is, according to ESPN.
Yep.
Dilly going to be in San Antonio with another workout at the Rock. And then you have the Ringer and Bleacher Report both saying Devin Carter, the point guard from
50-50.
Providence.
Yeah.
Now, I was listening to the Ringer the other day, and it was Kevin O'Connor, and he's kind of their draft expert and whatnot. They asked the question, who is going to be like the best player out of the gate, and who's going to be the best player 4 years from now? 4 years from now, he said Saloon's going to be that guy. And he goes, he might go 12 or 13. He says if there's any guy that's going to be out there like Giannis, when Giannis went 15, or Kawhi Leonard went 15,
you're right.
If there's anybody that's going to go 12, 13, 14, 15, that years later is going to be the star of this draft, it's going to be Saloon.
And, and again, I know Spurs fans hate to hear this and they don't want to hear about down the future. But here's the thing. We talked about one time about, you got to pay these guys. You got to have roster spots for these guys. So if you get your guy at 4, especially if you get your guy at 4, why not use the 8th on a Saloon who's going to be who possibly could be the best player in 4 years?
Yes.
Because again, we're talking about what roster spots are they going to take? Who's going to get paid? All that kind of stuff. So I know Spurs fans don't want to hear about projects, but especially if you get your guy who you think is going to contribute right away at 4, then a Saloon down the road would be huge. And again, the tears will turn into jeers, or the jeers and tears will turn into cheers, 4 years from now. And I get it. People don't want to hear that. But this is why GMs are GMs, because they're thinking long haul, man. They're thinking down the road. They're thinking, and I understand we're impatient. I understand we want to win now. We all want to win now. But there's something to be said about a team that's thinking about longevity.
Look at this comment that we have right here by one of our listeners, Greg Crawford, watching us on YouTube. He says, we're going to have the all Frenchy team.
I love it.
Why
French
not?
Foreign Legion.
Why not?
French Foreign Legion, baby. I'm here for it. Why not? City is going to come into his own this year.
Yeah.
We got to remember. I understand, everyone, I know they were a 22-win team. I get all that. But a guy like City is going to have a good year this year. He developed so much over there.
Another comment here from Seth Elias. Shout out to you, Seth. He's watching us from YouTube. Great supporter of the show.
Yeah.
He's saying no one's patient nowadays, Rick. I was all about running it back and continue rebuilding and got shitted on, he says.
Yeah. Well, the thing about being patient, though, is that it's hard to be patient when you have the alien Victor Wembanyama there, and know he's going to be a top 15 player.
Absolutely.
He was a top 15 player when the season ended, maybe even a top 10 player.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be a top 5 this year, but he'll be a top 10 to 12 this year.
He's going to be on the cusp.
He's going to be somewhere
on the cusp. And I get that too, and we all get on Twitter and we all have our thoughts and we all put our GM hats on. And there's this divide of, some people want to be patient. Oh, some people want to win now.
Yeah.
I bounce between both, in my head, and two things can be true at the same time.
I was Team Tank in 2023 because I wanted Wemby,
right.
But now I'm back on Team Tank on 2025 because it's like you've got like 4 or 5 potential all-stars.
That unprotected 2025 pick
of Atlanta Hawks.
But look at
huge.
Jesse A brings up a good point. This is some way that Spurs fans are feeling right now because they see that time is starting
Yeah.
to pass. You
Right,
know,
right.
they're like, we don't have 4 years. We
True.
don't win now. Wemby is going to bounce, and that's
Right.
the stipulation that we've talked
The
about.
Spurs have technically 8 years.
Yeah.
Because he's a restricted free agent
Yeah.
at the end of
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like Tyrese Maxey
Yeah.
is with right
Well,
now.
Right.
He's gonna be a Spur for a while.
Right.
And now if he wants, I've always said this: if a superstar wants out, typically they can make their way out.
Force away
Yeah.
out.
But
yeah,
if the Spurs want to be, strong arm about it, theoretically they have him for 8 years or
Yeah.
seven more seasons.
right, and I get that. I'm not saying to just do nothing for 4 years and all that kind of stuff. I'm not. But and again, this is such a cliche about trust the process, but there is a process there, and I think as long as Wemby, they're going to bring in Wemby and make sure he understands and he sees the vision and all that kind of stuff. The moment Wemby, I think, is starting to say, "Hey, I don't see the vision anymore,"
Yeah.
they're
there's a
going to
problem.
adjust. I mean, yeah, they're going to. You have to. You have to.
Okay, we have another comment here by Greg Crawford. What's the story with Topic's injury, and where are we at with him? I'm for one, I'm done with the guy, man. He's injury prone. It's time to move on, dude.
That's hard to say. That's hard to say.
Sometimes I think there's something there when you get a guy, especially if it's late or if it happens to fall to you. I don't know. What if he falls into the second round? I don't know. I mean, why not grab him and rehab
if he's
him
in the second round pick,
like
I'd go ahead and take a shot at him. But there was one thing I wanted to ask you. You're like, all right, you trust in the process, but I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to put you in the hot seat.
Yeah.
You trust the process, but do you trust Coach Pop?
Well, I do trust Coach Pop. I mean, honestly, I think I'm telling you, man, I know he's in the process of his waning years, and I feel like he's gonna see himself out graciously.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Mitch is there. He's taking notes. He's running plays. He's doing stuff. Everyone thinks like, oh, the successor to Pop is going to be some big name. I don't know, man. I've said this before. I think Mitch Johnson is a young guy. He knows the players. He knows the system. He could be a successor like a Missoula style guy, like a Missoula style guy, because he's an assistant. He's been there. He's grinded. He's a young dude, Mitch Johnson, but he looks like a smart coach out there.
And the family tree that Pop has had. He's had success with a lot of coaches out there in the NBA. Some that have won titles, Budenholzer, for example. Quinn Snyder. You've seen some that have done well. Borrego's had a pretty decent career.
Borrego's going to get another job.
Oh, look at that! Yes. I've been waiting for this. We have alerts now.
Oh,
Mario Cavazos gave us a $4.99 super chat.
Nice.
So when you give us a super chat now, we get that nice little alert.
I like it.
So thanks a lot, Mario. We appreciate you.
Very
man.
nice, man. Appreciate that, man. You're a big supporter of this show, and we know you'll be out there on Wednesday, man. Come out there Wednesday for the draft.
Yeah,
wherever we have it. Again, the announcement will be made on Monday.
Right.
But going back to the younger coaches, I've been on Pop to retire. This isn't a new thing for me.
Right.
This has been posts. I can show you posts from 10 years ago where I said, go off into the sunset, right off into the sunset. But you take a look at Joe Mazzulla coming in at 34 as head coach.
Yeah.
And taking this Celtics team to the title. He's only 6, 7, 8 years older than his star players.
Yeah.
And then you look at Pop at 75 years old, so going to be 76. And you see that in comparison to a 20-year-old superstar, a 56-year difference. And the number of Spurs fans that come out to me and say, but he has 5 rings. Guess what? 5 years from now, Pop will have 5 rings also. That doesn't go away. But it's been 10 years since he last took this team to a championship.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since we've had a winning season. It's been 6 seasons since we won a series.
Yeah.
It's a thing, man. And who gave us a super chat, by the way? Do you have another
one? It was
Sith
Elias, man. Shout out to Sith, man.
Very nice. Just wanted to see the alert.
It pumps, what is that? Endorphins or whatever you call it. You feel that ding, the ding.
Yeah, we also get an alert too when somebody new subscribes to the channel now.
Oh, that's
awesome. You'll see the alert come out during the stream.
Now let's talk about JJ Redick, because
talk about transitioning from
young
young coaches. We're talking about young coaches.
He's 39.
Yep.
39, turns 40 years old next week. So he got an early birthday gift. He's going to be the new head coach of the LA Lakers. And obviously LA, his name was from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay, but they tried to go after Hurley from UConn,
right.
Back-to-back national champion. They lowballed him with an $11 million contract, which would have made him like the 6th highest paid coach, but it's still a low ball.
Right, yeah.
Considering the fact that the taxes he'd have to pay to go to California. But JJ Redick, a podcaster, if you will, an announcer, who had a 15-year career in the NBA, was a lights-out shooter, is signing a 4-year deal to go with the Lakers, and he's one of LeBron's friends.
Yeah.
He does podcasts with LeBron.
Yeah.
First of all, your thoughts on JJ Redick getting this deal, and do you think it's going to work? Because I'm going to tell you what, I think it's going to work.
So this is a total LA thing, in my opinion, right? To go after a guy like JJ Redick, and you could take that as bad or good, however you want. But I think this is a total LA thing. I mean, from what I've seen of JJ, he seems like he has a high basketball IQ. He was a role player in a lot of teams. Those guys are usually the better coaches. Like Magic Johnson coached for a little while, and he wasn't good. Star players to me don't seem to be good coaches because they're stars. You know, they're out there doing their thing. The guys on the bench, the Steve Kerrs, those kind of folks are sitting there. They've been kind of analyzing the game for a long time, even when they were players, because they were sitting there on the bench a lot. You know, and I don't mean in a disrespectful way. I mean that it's just there's a lot of IQ going on while you're sitting there watching. So I don't know, man. I think JJ Redick's a smart dude. He's young. He's fresh. I mean, to me, this is a no-lose situation for him. I mean, he has no experience as a coach. So if he goes into any coach with any kind of experience, even a James Borrego, going into that Lakers situation, if it doesn't work, it's kind of like, oh, you know, we're gonna pull the plug on you. For JJ Redick, I think for both sides, it's a no-lose situation because he has no experience.
Yeah.
So if he goes in there and doesn't do well, then hey, he has no experience. What do you want him to do? But we're gonna find out. This is a good evaluation on this. Are the young players gonna respond to him? And I think they are. I really do. Like we talked about like Pop, his age, a guy like JJ Redick, he's really close to the players in age, listens to the same music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, there's intangibles there that I think that JJ is gonna be able to connect with the players.
He can tell the players, look, I had a long career, was never a superstar,
Right.
But 15 years in the NBA.
Yeah.
How many people have a 15-year career?
Sure.
You know
There's
how
a lot of stars that burn out.
Do you know how he had a 15-year career? 41.5% three-point shooter for his career. 41.5. He played for the Magic, played for the Bucks, the Clippers, the Sixers, the Pelicans, the Mavericks. He was been around. He averaged 13 points per game for his career.
We got
was a lights out shooter.
Chat
we got
Taco
another
Tuesday.
super chat.
Yeah.
From
Buck
Taco
99
Tuesday.
from Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. JJ Redick is a side torta.
Well, okay. Well, here's
he's about to be the main torta here.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
If he gets fired, does he get the Monty Williams treatment?
Man.
Monty Williams,
Man.
$80 million in severance, if you will.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's not a bad life. And I'll tell you what, you know, I would love Monty on the bench with the Spurs. I would love him.
I don't know if it's a head coach though.
Look,
You
we
know what
got
I'm saying?
another.
He could come in as he could come in on the behind the bench.
We got another super chat here, not super chat, but a tip here
Nice.
from Matt Gomez,
Thank you, Matt.
yellow dog.
But you know, JJ Redick. Here's what I like about JJ Redick. Why I think it's going to work. I saw a podcast, right? I'm getting excited about a podcast, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you look at certain players, right? Certain coaches, like Dan Campbell with the Detroit Lions. You see in basketball, you know, with Ime Udoka when he first came out, and later on Joe Mazzulla taking Ime Udoka's team, Steve Kerr getting a lot of taking Mark Jackson's.
You're
team.
saying taking a team that was kind of already constructed,
yes,
right? And
but when I look at it though, when I saw this podcast with JJ Redick and LeBron James from about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he was talking about analytics. And, you know, people always give me crap about why don't you like this certain Spur player? Why do you like this one and not the other, or whatever the case may be? It's because of the analytics. And I'm a big believer in that whole Moneyball aspect of it all.
Oh, man, we watched Moneyball last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
I
the
love
first
that.
time?
No,
Okay, great.
Not
Okay.
the first time. What do you think I am, Mike Jimenez?
So
not the first time, but
so the Moneyball aspect of things is interesting because he was talking about 3-point shooting in the NBA and how, remember growing up when we played middle school basketball, high school basketball, or even if we played YMCA, they would say 3-on-1 fast break, right? Or a 3-on-2 fast break, you attack, right? You attack the rim.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how all these teams are going towards the three-point line.
Yeah.
And how it's like the one person goes in, if they can get their shot, they get their shot. If not, they kick it out for a 3.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, why do that? It's because the analytics say that you do it. And he was going on and saying, look, the effective field goal shooting percentage, which, by the way,
Your favorite stat.
one of my favorite stats, might be my favorite.
Yeah.
He was saying it says that you do that. And when he started talking about the analytics about certain shots and certain places, I was thinking to myself, this is the new age thinking that he's not the first to do it.
Right.
But at least you know that he has the brains to say, you know what, we're not going to do the DeMar DeRozan 15-foot shot, the LaMarcus Aldridges of the world. Back in the day where it's like 2-pointers, 15-footers, it doesn't work.
Right.
You need to either be pounding it inside and getting 70% clip down low, or shoot 35, 40% from three.
What is the
I
highest
did
percentage?
talk about your effective field goal shooting percentage and how it's your favorite stat on when I was recording Los with Jeff Garcia.
Oh, did you make fun of
we're
it?
poking fun of you a little bit. It was fun.
It's true though.
I was comparing centers that we have, Mamu, and we're comparing Zach Collins. And I go, well, let's look at their EFG. Jimenez his favorite stat.
I'll tell you, all jokes aside, what JJ needs to do is get some experience on his bench.
Yeah.
If you bring in a Scotty Brooks, if you bring in a Sam Cassell, I'll tell you what, I've made a career out of surrounding myself with good, smart people, right?
Yeah.
I'm never the smartest, best person in the room. I surround myself, business and personal with good people, smart people.
Yeah.
So I say that in jest, but no, that's kind of a thing to do, right? So here's JJ Redick. He's the head coach. He's the face. Now, if you bring in a guy like Sam Cassell, Scott Brooks, Monty, they're going to do a lot of that. By proxy, he's going to have that experience of a head coach.
Right.
He has zero experience as a head coach. I don't care how great a basketball player he is, his IQ and all that. I would imagine, because I've never been a head coach, but there's some intangible things that happen that as a head coach you need to have. Now, by proxy, bringing in a guy like Scott Brooks or whoever, is going to kind of give you that.
It gives you some sort of credibility.
Right.
Because you know that you're not flying blindly
exactly.
at it all. I mean, Bill Gates said that before. I'm not the smartest guy at Microsoft. I'm just the one who hires the smart people.
Exactly. And that's what I think. We're talking about smart people. What is? I'm sorry.
Look, I'm Rik, smartest rule. That's what I was telling Steph right now.
No lies detected. No lies detected there.
Now, another smart move was the Oklahoma City Thunder trading Josh Giddey away.
That was
they set the pedophile away. They set him out.
Yeah,
got Alex Caruso, a 2-time all defensive
I like Caruso,
team.
man. I like Caruso. He's that dude is he's scrappy. He gets it done. Not having to add some draft capital was huge.
Yeah, it was a player for player trade with no kicker.
Just no kind of that's insane, man.
And a lot of people are saying that this was kind of a win-win for both teams, but I think Oklahoma City wins a little bit more.
I think so.
And you're seeing that.
I think I saw somewhere where someone said, that Caruso was gonna, be at the end of his contract, he might have walked for nothing. So I guess if you're gonna walk for nothing, getting a Giddey is somewhat of a win, I guess.
Now, I like Giddey's play, but Giddey's play is good for the regular season, not necessarily good for the playoffs.
Sure.
21 years old. He did get in trouble a little bit, that he was dating some 17-year-old girl or some teenager.
Yeah.
That kind of got swept under the rug when she wouldn't answer questions about anything. But he is a decent enough player. He's a fun player to watch. And he can do lots of things. But what you're seeing here, though, the problem is, and the Spurs connection to this all, is that if they get rid of DeMar DeRozan, if they get rid of Zach LaVine, Lonzo, what is Chicago doing?
They're tanking.
They're bottoming out.
And what do we got? The top 10 pick, right?
Spurs have a top 10 protected pick, and if it doesn't convey this year or this upcoming season, it conveys the following year top 8 protected, and then top 8 protected the following year. But you know what? Chicago's doing the right thing. You either race to the top or you race to the bottom. Being in the middle sucks, and that's where they are. So don't be surprised if the Spurs only get 2 first-rounders next year as opposed to the 3 or 4 that we were hoping for.
You know what's going to be a good segue right now?
What's that?
I want you to go ahead and do your magic here. We need to go ahead and give a shout out to our boy and sponsor of the show, MCS General Contracting.
MCS General Contracting, man, that diamond hard concrete. Let's give them some love.
Let's do it. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show. And I'm also going to share the screen here because You gave them your endorsement here.
I did. Yeah. So that's when I had Scruff. Oh, by the way, what are your thoughts on the Scruff? Because I could have come in with you.
I mean, look, this is
What do you think of the stuff?
I'm not,
It's a scruff
I didn't
step.
make as
No.
big deal of as he did, but this is the retirement.
Steph gave it a thumbs
Yeah,
down.
so-
Gave it a thumbs down. Wow. It was 50-50. I'll be honest with you.
Thanks, Sam Salinas.
Sam
gave
Sliss
us
a $10 super chat. So I went out there and it was raining hard, and I remembered that MCS General Contracting had told me that if it's raining, that's where we're going to find out whether or not this whole project worked.
Yeah, now it's the
The moment of truth.
moment of truth. Yeah.
And it was I got about 1.5 inches of rain at my house over this past couple of days, and I saw the water going where it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And it helps with the foundation, having that sidewalk on the side of the house. So I was happy, man. So we are very happy to be affiliated with MCS General Contracting. They did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Thank you again to Sam Salinas for a $10 super chat. Says Spurs missed the playoffs 9 times in their entire history. 97 was a fluke. Pop is fully responsible for the majority of them, 6. Counting 97 since he ran Bob Hill out. Pop has been done. I've been saying it. He's washed. And a lot of Spurs fans don't want to hear that. But I look at it this way. I had somebody reach out to me yesterday on Twitter and pose the question, well, if Pop leaves, what if he goes to LA? If you let go of Pop, what if he goes this? And I answered, my response was, how many people hired Bill Belichick when he was gone? If Bill Belichick is arguably the GOAT when it comes to NFL coaching, right? I know he had Brady, but but Pop had Duncan and Tony and Manu. But no one lines up to get those guys anymore because at some point, like a banana, they get old.
Look, we got a $5 super chat from Taco Tuesday. The winner of the Giddy trade are the high school girls in Oklahoma.
For real.
Or the girls in Illinois.
Look at
Depends on how you look at it.
Look at Mario Cavazos, what he says here, Mike. Mike should have broke out the slip and slide on the sidewalk.
Dude, I have photos of me on a slip and slide. Dude, that's Mexican stuff. Remember that one commercial back in the day for Schlitterbahn where it was that girl? It was that girl looking at the commercial of the window with the water hose.
Yeah.
Isn't it a little fool?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that was Puro. That was us back in the day because our parents probably couldn't afford to take us.
Yeah.
So finally, when you were able to go, it was like once in a lifetime thing.
That
was like Disney World, bro.
Yeah, that was like your 1 year vacation. You know, every year you take a vacation, people go to like France or go wherever. We went to Schlitterbahn. Like we thought that was like the vacation.
But we
spot,
kept it Puro most of the year. We're just with the manguera and the front yard with your boys.
Course,
That's about it.
Yeah.
You mentioned France. You do know that I firmly believe that in about 6 months, you and I will be having beers in Paris.
Puros in Paris.
I
now,
want to manifest that.
Steph may or may not go, but I know that you and I are going.
Steph's like, she's definitely going. Look at that look.
Ain't letting me out of the country.
Here's the thing. What I've learned with my pending divorce is what I've learned in my pending divorce is that life is too short. Go have fun.
I agree.
You're younger than me, right? You're a few years younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm 47 years old. I'll never be any younger than I am right now.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? 5 seconds ago, I was younger than I was right now.
Yes.
So I want to go have fun.
Yeah,
I want to go have fun, go hang out. Puros in Paris. Dude, imagine the content.
Man. It'd be great.
Dude, we need to get sponsors for this.
We need to do it.
A
We
Puros
really
in
do.
Paris adventure, dude.
But are
Bill
European
and
women,
Ted's.
are they going to dig the scruff?
We need to do it.
Well, I mean, they may or may not, but the question's going to be whether I dig the fact that they have armpit hair.
Steph said they're going to have more scruff than you, Mike.
Hey,
that
man.
would be amazing, man. That would be awesome.
And I mean, the photos of me and you at the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
With the 360 camera.
The art that
yeah.
tried
the Eiffel
you and I
Tower.
would find. You ever seen the movie Euro Trip?
Yeah.
Okay, we'd find soccer hooligans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, we would be so drunk out there.
Oh man.
Let's make it so, dude. Let's
do
make it
I'm
so.
down.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
Hey,
I mean,
I'm
it's just,
down. Let's do it.
it's just one of those
Wilson
things.
Perry.
Let's do it.
Spurs playing the Pacers. I think it's the 26th or 28th.
Yeah, something like that. It's
Of
late
January?
January. Yeah, it's
I don't
late
know. The
January.
government let me out of the country,
Late
man.
January. That's true. That's true.
They'll only let me back in if I'm clean shaven because according to
very
my
true.
mom, I look like a terrorist when I have facial hair.
Man.
Yeah,
She's brutal, man. My mom is kind of mean sometimes.
man.
But we've talked about the NBA draft rumors, the Oklahoma City trade that of Caruso. Caruso makes Oklahoma City better because look at that.
He does.
They got experience going their way.
yeah,
A 30-year-old who knows how to play defense.
yeah,
I don't know if it makes them the best team in the West, but it makes them better.
yeah. I wouldn't go that far, best, but it makes him better.
It makes them better.
Absolutely.
Now, we're talking about things to do 6 months from now. All I know is that for the next 9 months, Ryan Garcia has nothing to do.
No, he has nothing to do but tweet. Nothing to do but tweet all day.
Oh God, man.
Ryan
Let's go ahead and show the
Garcia,
screen, man.
you
I got it
know-
right here.
Ryan Garcia suspended because he tested positive twice
Yep.
for the Haney fight that he
PED.
had there,
Mhm.
some sort of
Yep.
PED. Suspended for 1 year, forfeits $1 million. He goes on to Twitter saying, I am now officially retired. Well,
Yeah.
you're suspended.
Yeah.
So either way,
Yeah.
you weren't going to fight.
He
Yeah.
even reached out to UFC and Dana White and said, "Hey, give me a call." Right?
Dude, I mean, he's out there right now on Twitter saying, I slept with this person's wife.
Yeah, Caleb
This-
Plant. Yeah,
You know, this person did this to me, and
yeah.
and I'm not on drugs and all that. And I don't know if it's. Do you think that this is his way of marketing himself, or do you think that he's actually troubled?
He's out there, man.
Yeah, I think he you know, it was at first it was kind of like, all right, something's wrong with him, and then when he won the fight, it was kind of like, maybe all along he was marketing. I truly think something's wrong with him. I really do. He's got some.
He had a
there's lot
mental
go-
illness. of
Yeah,
some
there's a
kind,
lot
man.
going on with him. I mean, I tell you, man, it's like a teenage, you know, star, like a movie star. Or, you know, we hear all these tragic stories about teenage stars who just got fame and money way too fast, right? And they didn't know how to do it. They didn't have the right people around them. It's a shame because Ryan Garcia is very talented. I mean, he's a talented fighter. I mean, the kid has skills. He has speed. You know, the Devin Haney win, which now is no longer a win. That's one of the huge things about all this. I get the suspension.
Yeah.
I get the $1 million forfeitures and all that. Devin Haney's that fight is now a no contest. In essence. Yeah.
He came in too heavy.
He came in overweight. There was all
But we're-
kinds
but
of
we're still on.
yeah. There was a
We're
lot of
still
subplots there. He came in overweight.
Now, I
you
like
know-
what Jesse A says right here. He says,
Yeah.
first fight back, though, he's going to make bank
Oh, of course,
more than usual.
Yeah. I mean, this is like when Tyson came out of prison. He fought Peter McNeely. You know,
Yeah.
no one gives a crap about Peter McNeely, but everybody tuned in. So at the end of the day, when it comes to a marketing and making money standpoint, this
knows
is
how to
all
do
good
it.
for Ryan. I mean, Ryan's probably going to make a bunch of money during his suspension doing celebrity fights or doing UFC stuff or doing whatever he does. So, but that's because we that's the stuff we
Hey,
as
That's
a
next,
society.
that's next story, by the
Yeah.
way.
Hey, Mike.
I was getting next story type. I was
That-
getting
that-
next story.
Demon time.
That's the stuff we as a society, whether you want to believe it or not, do value. That's what's crazy is a guy like there's a lot of good fighters out there.
Yeah.
You know, I'll use Bam Rodriguez as an example, right? He's from San Antonio, great fighter. As great as he is, no one talks about him, right? Because he's just a clean cut guy doing what he's supposed to do. You have our society values the crazy, the outlandish, the you know,
It's
that's
what
just
sells
it's
tickets.
what sells exactly.
It's what
It's what sells tickets. So
The reason-
some of that is in us that we like. We want to act like it's not in us, that we don't like that stuff. We do.
The reason
You know?
why I think that he has a problem is because the old saying, you are who your friends are.
Yeah.
And if
Show
you
me who
do-
your friends are, and I'll show you who
Man.
you are.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you see his friends that are
Yeah.
on those TikToks, the friends that are on those Twitter posts and
mhm,
Instagram posts.
mhm.
They don't look like they're up to no good.
They're strap hangers, man. They're strap
Yeah.
hangers. They're there for they're getting
parasites,
they're getting
bro.
paid. You
Parasites.
think they go somewhere with Ryan and they don't pay a dime anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm talking. I guarantee you, flights, food,
Clothes, everything,
Yeah,
man.
you go somewhere with a guy like Ryan and you're part of his team, quote unquote. That's why they don't want to buck the system.
But will I
That's
watch?
what-
But will I watch him fight? Hell yes.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yes.
I mean, you know,
Let's get that entertainment bump going.
Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and do that.
Demon Mike incoming, says Samson.
That's what he gets for looking at my screen before I. So I'm a big fan, and if you can show my screen, by the way, I'm a big fan of the show Hot Ones. So Hot Ones is a show, and I'm going to pause it real fast. Hot Ones is a show on YouTube.
Mhm.
You can also find it, I believe, on the Peacock Network as well. And you have this journalist who brings on these celebrities. They could be actors, models, comedians, athletes, or whatnot. And he interviews them while eating hot wings, right? That's why it's called Hot Ones.
Mhm.
And each hot wing is hotter than the next.
Mm.
And it gets to one, it's called the Scoville level.
Oh man.
And the Scoville level tells you how hot things are.
Mhm.
And there have been some, like Jenna Ortega, from Wednesday, Latina, who had no problem. Even
Yeah.
under the final one, she teared up a little bit,
No me
but that was
pasa
it.
nada.
But then you had some other ones like Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal couldn't finish. Like he was like Roberto Duran.
Yeah.
No mas.
Yeah.
No mas. Well, Heidi Klum, who's in her early 50s, superstar, Victoria's Secret model from back in the day, was on Hot Ones, and I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. She was asked to eat the bomb. Now, the Scoville level's not that high considering the other ones that are out there. There's 2 or 3 others that are hotter than this one. And her reaction to eating this is now being called the greatest episode of all time. By the way, they give them water. They give them milk to drink to make this happen, right? So she's over there with the reporter, who, by the way, the reporter does a fantastic job interviewing. He asked the best questions, but she decided to strip down. What are your thoughts on Heidi Klum, the superstar back in the day model?
That's
halfway
wild.
stripping down. Is this the greatest moment ever, Joe, in Hot Ones history? Because we've talked about Hot Ones in the past.
Heidi's bringing the heat, man.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Look at her face, man. She is like
She's-
not.
She can
like
be hot
having it.
forever now.
Yeah.
Do you know what she reminds me of? Remember Christy Brinkley on the Vacation movies? Like, if they were going to do another one, oh, she took it. Oh, my God.
How old is she, man? She's in great
51.
shape. She's in great shape, man.
51 and still all that, man.
I'll
Still
She'll
a
run
god.
circles around you, Jimenez.
I'll tell you,
people
you gotta be hot burning up to just start taking your clothes off. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, you gotta
and
be,
the confidence level, by the way.
Yeah.
And by the way, people were asking the question, why was she not in the 50s category of the baddie brackets? Noah Betta is saying
Yeah.
a nugget. Scythy likes Heidi, is what they say. Chris Gazelle is jiggle jiggle. We're gonna watch it one more time, just for the
Of course, man.
just for the journalistic standards of what we do here. Back in the day, you know, I'm gonna look up some old photos of Heidi Klum, Victoria's Secrets back in the day.
That was her nickname, the Body, right? They used to call her that.
Well, yes, she is, and she's also known, by the way. This is her back in the day, dude. This was
Man,
Heidi Klum in the 90s, early 2000s, man. You know, she was crazy hot, dude. She was crazy hot. She talked about the fact in a recent interview that parts of her body, her boobs and her legs, are insured by Lloyd's of London.
Oof.
And that she found it odd that they insured one of her legs for more than the other.
Oh wow.
The one leg was insured for 1.2 million, the other one for 1. The reason why one more than the other was because one of her legs has a scar. And they deducted $200,000 of value.
Man.
And she goes, that scar cost me $200,000.
Man.
But
Our boy Mario Cavazza says she can hawk tool all day, every day.
oh Lord.
but this is my girl Jenna Ortega on Hot Ones. She went all the way through like a champ.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm
our
Latina.
Wednesday, our girl Wednesday. She's gonna be on the Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Beetlejuice
sequel.
too. The sequel. Yeah, really cool.
My favorite moment of Hot Ones with Jenna Ortega was as she was dying with all the wings, you know,
Yeah.
it was getting hotter. She was like, at the first 7 or 8, she had no problem.
Yeah.
But after a while, it started to get to her a little bit. She was cracking a little bit.
Yeah.
They were telling her that there was an article on the New York Post saying that the perfect guacamole had a third of a cup of peas in there. And she had the perfect response to that. She goes, oh, fuck that.
Peas. Who the hell puts peas in guacamole, man?
But this is a great show. It's on YouTube. It's called Hot Ones. Props to them. They do a fantastic job. But Heidi Klum, though, man, still a nugget. Jenna Ortega, kind of a young, thin nugget. She's talented, though, man.
She is. She's very talented.
She's very,
yeah,
very
she was
look at
amazing on
Sam
Wednesday.
Salinas. That is some great journalistic reporting.
She was amazing on Wednesday, and I think she's gonna be great on the Beetlejuice or sequel.
She just looks like it, dude. I mean, she has that that look of scary movies. I mean, she's the scream queen now these days, man. So very nice. So you're gonna watch Heidi Klum, by the way, all-time nugget, dude, all-time nugget. So I gotta find that story real fast of the female
Edgars.
suspect, the female Edgars. Yeah. I gotta find that for me. So give me a minute here while we do that. While we do that, let's get some love to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5.
Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at JeffG10s5SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at JeffGSpursZone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
And Jeff Garcia has an article right now on Kens5.com about how there are two local high school athletes who are taking part in a camp that's being run by Sacramento Kings star De'Aaron Fox.
That's awesome, man.
That he tapped two of the girls to come over and help out with the camp.
That's so cool.
One of them, I believe, went to Wagner High School. The other went to Brennan. Bella Fleming's from Brennan High School, and Liana Sneed of Wagner High School.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. You know what's cool is, I'm sorry, a lot of the NBA players on the summer and the offseason do a lot of these camps. They do a lot of these camps. Out in San Diego, I was lucky to do something with Norman Powell, who plays for the Clippers. And my son went to his camp, and he was out there playing with the kids, guarding them. I got video of my son getting guarded by Norman Powell.
Threaton?
Yeah, Threaton, exactly. So, these camps are so cool. A lot of them are really low cost or free to certain, low income families, stuff like that. So I know Norman Powell does his out in San Diego. This one with De'Aaron Fox and Keldon Johnson. I think it's really cool that they do those things.
It is great. And Lonnie Walker, who's no longer with the Spurs, does a lot in San Antonio. Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs. Again, I was on yesterday. The last of my scruff. If you want to see the scruff, go on to YouTube or go on to Spotify.
Archives.
Follow Locked On Spurs podcast.
And I was on yesterday too. We recorded, so it's going to be released sometime today. But real quick, before we get into this, our good friend of the show, Timothy Gonzalez, was saying good luck to Ariana Robertson.
Nice.
Team USA. She's under 18 and is playing in the quarterfinal today. So good luck to her, man.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
So let's talk about Crime Stoppers. Remember 224 STOP?
Oh, yeah.
If you know who these ladies are, reach out for the $5,000 reward or reach out for some loving, because
I'll tell you what, the baby daddies are calling in. You know what I'm saying?
So these lovely ladies allegedly robbed a Circle K on Medina Base Road and 410 recently.
How did they rob it though? I mean, did they flash a gun? I mean,
they flashed something.
Is that an Altima or what is that? I mean, is that four girls
that's
in a
a
Nissan?
Chrysler 300.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see if we can open in a new tab this picture here.
You gotta zoom in, Mike.
I mean, these girls are dressed to go to kabooms, or something.
Joe's Volcano.
I never saw this at kabooms.
That's Joe's Volcano attire, man.
I mean, it's something, man.
But when they show it, the one in the pink,
Hey, this is like those pen pals. Those girls. There's girls in prison that are looking for pen pals. This is like the precursor to that, I guess.
Mike, I got a new friend.
Right.
Here we go. I zoomed in real fast.
This girl is in a two-piece. Like, this is just insane.
I don't know, Mike. These girls look like they throw down, man. You ready to get some hands or what?
This is straight West Side.
This reminds me of a date that I had back in the day. Tall Tale time.
Oh God,
here we
go.
I went on this date one time with this one girl. I thought she was cute. This was around, I was like 19 or 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of the date, I look over to the side. She's got a fingernail full of Coke. And she's snorting Coke in the middle of the drive. Then I'm driving down Highway 90.
I said, God damn.
Yeah. Nice reference to Pulp Fiction there. But we ended up going back to her apartment. She shared it with a friend, right? And when I said they had Coke, I'm not talking about like a little bit of Coke.
Like Scarface.
You're talking like mounds.
They had
little.
like a sandwich bag full of it, and they
Oh,
put it all on the table at one time. I was like, I had to know that there was a problem when their coffee table was a mirror.
Yeah.
They say that every dollar bill that you have in your pocket has traces of cocaine.
Oh yeah.
But Mike probably snorted out of $100 bill.
Oh, hey,
But if Steph weren't here and we were taking a look at these three, who's the F, Mary, kill on this one? We marry Pink in the back.
Kill that black one, bro.
The one in black,
bro.
The one in the black.
But it's just insane to me that so they're like getting ready for Fiesta or Nyosa or something like that, and they're like, "Hey, let's stop at the Circle K and rob them." You know what I mean? Like straight up. Like where's the gun at?
The one
Or
in
where?
the black is pushing torta, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But the black is slimming though.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's the-
you a
what-
torta?
what-
You a torta hunter, Mike?
Hey man, they need loving too, man. What's that line?
No te asustas.
What's that line from
Big girls need love too.
from Role Models? It's been my experience that big girls do more. let's get Steph on the microphone real fast, Joe. If you can wheel it
Steph.
towards. We were talking, so we
we
have
need a woman's perspective. on this.
So you were telling me that there was a female definition of Edgar. Like, what's a female Edgar?
Yeah, so the female definition of an Edgar, it's the hot Cheeto girl.
Yeah.
You see,
okay.
but are hot Cheeto girls? What's the difference between a hot Cheeto girl and a girl? Well, what's the difference between the two?
Hot Cheeto girl comes with more attitude. Like she'll be like that's all they do.
Ah.
They're there with their lotions and their nails, and they're like, what?
There you go.
Like that's
Do they talk with their neck? Do they do?
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Talk with the neck.
So we've all agreed that the lookout girl, the one in pink,
Yeah.
is the hot
God.
one, right?
Yeah.
The lookout girl.
Yeah.
Look out, girl.
Yeah.
One, two are going to turn on the others again. STP 224 STOP, $5,000 reward apparently according to WOAI.
There's some busy grandmas watching the babies.
You know, what is the
I mean?
female version of
Like-
an Edgar? What would we call them? Because the Mexican version of a Karen is going to be a Carmen,
Mhm.
right? So what would
We
be
could pose that question to our subscribers.
Yeah.
What is the female name
the name
of an Edgar?
for an Edgar?
Like, yeah.
Now, so according to TMZ, by the way, this was yesterday.
It got him in.
Did you see the video of the
Oh my God!
of the concert?
This is the quote of the day right here. Put it on the shirt. Ayo, a fine line between torta and pan dulce.
That's facts. That's facts. We got to get Bear County on a shirt. On
There
that
you
one.
go, man.
Yeah.
New shirt.
Yeah, I like that.
All right,
like
so you know
that.
the song "Not Like Us" by
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, of course.
So here is well, we're gonna get
Kendrick,
it.
I mean, Kendrick brought LA together, man. Which
I
is
know.
which is a hard.
LeBron James, Russell
you know,
Westbrook,
yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, James
Mhm.
Harden in attendance. A lot of them actually got onto the
feat.
stage.
Yeah, I saw Russell
to
Westbrook
sing
out there
"Not
doing his
Like
thing.
Us,"
Yeah.
which "Not Like Us," by the way, this is courtesy of TMZ Sports. Is part of the final diss track between Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
But you see Russell Westbrook. I saw some post saying Russell Westbrook never looks that happy playing basketball. He's out there doing
right.
that.
I mean,
And then DeMar DeRozan, as nice as he is, he comes from Compton, baby.
hey, it's Compton,
You know,
man.
he's got
Yeah,
those
yeah.
bona fides.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't wanna
Russell
mess
out
with
here
him.
dancing on stage, but as soon as somebody just utters the words Westbrook, it's
Yeah.
over, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who
yeah.
said that?
Yeah.
He's gonna be pointing in the crowd.
And then can we play this part? Can you hear us?
No, I can't hear it.
The part where the bop, 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 bop.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Yeah, this is a big deal, man. Again, getting everybody to unite in LA, man, is not you had Dre out there.
That was great though,
Yeah.
man. That was great.
It's good stuff, man.
So, are you Team Kendrick or you Team Drake?
Yeah, I gotta do Kendrick, man. Kendrick's my guy.
I mean, the
Okay,
whole
I like Drake. I mean, Drake. I like Drake. You know, Drake has. I like older Drake, man.
Yeah.
I feel like older Drake was better.
Drake sounded like a little creeper,
but
bro.
dude, the
Yeah.
lyrics to "Not Like Us"
Mhm.
just basically saying, look, you go to Atlanta
Mhm.
just to get the cred.
Mhm.
You know that you're basically co-opting what they're doing.
Right.
It just the lyrics of that song
Yeah.
are just ruthless, man.
Oh God, look at this one. Midtown Texas. Compton is Marbach West.
Yeah.
Hey man, how many fights have we seen over here at the sit go down Marbach?
bro, right? Hey, the AutoZone, man. Yeah.
AutoZone,
Y'all
Taco
had
Cabana.
y'all had John Dyer on yesterday, right? Spurs and
Yeah.
Salsa. He knows all about them AutoZone fights, man.
Man, sit go out. Can't even tell you how many times I pulled
Mhm.
out there just to grab a 6-pack of beer or something.
Yeah.
You go in there and you come out, some dudes rolling on top of the hood fighting out there. They sell everything but gas there, man. You get
Right.
brass knuckles.
Yeah.
You can get your little gummies. You know,
Our man Sam Salinas said the Mexican version of Karen is Yolanda.
Dude, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Let's show my screen real fast. Some bad news if you like to show Yellowstone, because on Instagram today, Kevin Costner announced that he is not coming back as John Dutton on the show. This has been a stalemate for about a year and a half. Now, part of it was interrupted because he had the strike involving the actors and the producers and the writers and whatnot. But John Dutton is an iconic character. And here's the thing about Kevin Costner. I'm a big fan. Okay. I wouldn't say that he's tier 1 in acting the last 30 years. He's tier 2. Okay. But, iconic roles from everything from Bull Durham to The Untouchables to Field of Dreams and all that stuff, right? Great movies, JFK, all of that stuff, right? But his role in Yellowstone, I don't know if you're a fan of Yellowstone at all.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Great show. And it left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And for him to not come back because he wants to do another project.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Especially after he knows how much people love this show.
Right.
And it's okay to like exit stage left at some point, but give some closure.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to come back and go, oh, he just died.
Right.
And have like a stunt double.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like is the fact is that people realize that Kevin Costner is kind of a prick. And when he made the announcement, there was no like sorrow.
Yeah, no remorse.
No. It was like, by the way, I'm not coming back. I really enjoyed it,
get over
but
it.
I'm doing this other show. You should check out this other show.
On to the next.
Yeah. It was brutal, man.
Yeah.
It was so unbecoming. Kevin Costner, I love you. You're a part of my childhood. Field of Dreams, I cry every time. But F you today. Just today.
Why, man? Maybe it's just run its course. He's just tired of playing the character.
Well, no, that's great. But end the character because the show was going to end anyway. They announced the show was going to end this year anyway. So just like if you're going to be killed off, get killed off.
Yeah.
Jeez,
closure.
Yellowstone is the reason I have assless chaps at the Lias.
Yes.
Is there anything as non-assless chaps? I mean,
that is true.
By definition.
The character
chaps,
Rip. Women like Rip. They go around Rip.
Is that why you're wearing the cowboy boots? You just didn't wear the hat, the sunglasses.
Yeah, I wore cowboy boots in Nashville the other day.
There you go. You didn't have the belt buckle, the cowboy hat.
Too ethnic.
Oh God.
Hey, can we get into the new paddle and pickleball place that's coming to San Antonio?
Yeah. So where's that
Let's
going to
talk
be?
about that. So hey, man, background of that. If those of you who follow me on Twitter have seen me post some of my stuff, I was again, man, lucky to meet about a year ago. I met a guy by the name of Aaron, and he's from Spain originally. He's a big pickle paddle enthusiast. He opened up a spot in San Diego, like a club for pickle paddle, all that good stuff. Fastest growing sport in America. We were talking at a bar. We again chit-chatting, talking at a bar, having a beer. He says something about, hey, I'm looking at opening a place in San Antonio, but I don't know anything about San Antonio. I said, brother, I'm your guy.
There it is. You can see some of it right here.
Yeah. So that was our we had a meeting at the McIntyre's over at North Star. He's a big football soccer guy. Again, he's from Spain. So we were watching the soccer yesterday, but he's that's him in the middle, king of paddle, and then the other guy, he's a pro pickleballer. So I hooked up with these guys about a year ago. Like I said, out in San Diego. He's originally from Spain. He's opening up a pickle paddleball club here in San Antonio, downtown on Nolan Street. It's a great location. It's a big warehouse. It's gonna be like a membership where you can get lessons. You can learn how to play pickle paddle. You can, if you do already know how to play, you can do tournaments, all this kind of stuff. Here's the kicker, and here's where I come in for him. There's gonna be beer gardens.
Yeah, and you can even see the facility.
This is the construction of the facility on my Twitter. It's nice, man. It's right downtown, right? So they're gonna have a beer garden outside. They're gonna have TVs, Spurs games, fights,
the mural,
all that kind of stuff.
Beyond all that, for our listeners, the ladies love pickleball.
Yeah,
dude. It is a sport that a lot of women have gravitated to.
Yeah,
I've wanted to play for the longest time. I know that there's some paddle.
You play pickleball, Steph?
Yeah.
But I want to learn. When do they open?
July. We're looking at opening mid-July.
Very nice.
Yeah. Steph is going to run all their social media and all their videography.
Oh, I'd like to see that matchup, Steph versus Jimenez.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I've been lucky and blessed to be invited as part of an advisory role with him. Because like I said, he's from Spain. Good dude. he doesn't know a lot about San Antonio, so I am putting him on puro. I'm putting him on puro. I'm going to bring him to SAFC games. I'm going to bring him to Spurs games. Like I said, he's from Spain. Good dude. Yeah, man, we're excited about that. So more to come about that. But yeah, the pickle paddle is a phenomenon. And truth be told, I'm not a pickle paddle guy, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna learn, and but I'm helping him market it and brand it and bring the puroness to it. So like I said, even if you don't know anything about pickle paddle, you could come out, have some beers, watch there. Like I said, we're gonna have fights, we're gonna have games, we're gonna have
do a remote show
there.
there.
Yeah, a remote show. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. It's nothing like it here in San Antonio. I know we have a chicken and paddle or here in San Antonio, something like that, right?
Chicken and pickle.
Yeah. But this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be, I'm telling you, this is gonna be the wave, and this place is gonna have like I said,
I wonder because chicken and pickle seems to be like for those who just want to go out there and just like F around and have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
I think it seems like just the way that I'm looking at this video, that it looks like it might be more competitive over there. That it's really like for leagues and stuff like that.
Yeah, here's the beautiful thing about this. So it's called King of Paddle. The name of it is called King of Paddle SA because he already has a King of Paddle in San Diego. And basically, there's going to be 8 paddle courts and 6 pickle courts, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the thing. It's going to range from pro tournaments. Like there's pro pickleballers that are going to be involved in this, but it's going to range from that to I'm an amateur. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to go have fun. So that's what's great about it. It's a family event. It's going to be a range of everything. There's going to be memberships to go and have tournaments and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you're like it's going to bring in pro tournaments, right? And here in San Antonio, and there's going to be that level, but there's also a level of it's like you don't have to be intimidated by it. If you don't know anything about it, go and have fun. There's going to be a time for learning. There's coaches. It's awesome, man. It's going to be a good time. And like I said, there's going to have food trucks, beer garden, big screen TVs with fights and Spurs games. And that might be the new Spurs watch spot to be. And like I said, I'm blessed to be part of it.
Very nice.
Steph and I
want to check it out.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm going to do here too, we're going to do right now is I'm going to kind of scoot over and I'm going to let Steph here take the reins and she's going to show us what she's been working on. So go ahead, Steph.
So Steph, our fantastic producer.
Yep. Co-producer. Beautiful.
So what you got going on, Steph?
Beautiful, lovely creature.
All right. Yes, guys. So here we go. I have been able to be in my creative for the past month or so. Photographer Carlos Rodriguez reached out to me and was just like, hey, I like your videos. I like your reels. I feel like you can be an amazing asset to the JMac crew. And we recorded a music video for Mr.
Let's see it.
Mr. JMac.
Yeah, talented local artist out of Austin.
Very cool. And after this, we have some breaking news coming in after this. Two pieces of breaking news.
All right.
Yo, it's your boy Jordan J Mac the Dragon Man. I'm excited to announce my video Solid is out now on YouTube, the J Mac the Dragon YouTube. Shout out my team. That was shot and edited by Carlos and Forte Productions, mixed and mastered by 3 Hounds Sound, produced by Young Badger, man. Yeah, it's a super dope song. One of my favorites in my catalog. Good mix with like lyricism, catchy hook. So I think you guys will really enjoy the visual as well. And Solid is streaming on all platforms now. Check me out. Yeah. Loud.
So what we got going on, Joe?
They're bringing it up right now. Here, I'll do it.
Okay.
Hold on. I got it.
Thank you to Texas Latina for streaming, by the way. Texas Latina 26.
New subscriber. Nice. I
We
love
pick
that.
up a new subscriber. Cool.
Yeah, it notified us.
Yo, it's your boy Jordan J.
Where we at?
Dragon, man.
We're trying to
I'm
get
excited to announce my video Solid is out now on
There you go.
the J Mac the Dragon YouTube. Shout out my team. That was shot and edited by Carlos and Forte Productions, mixed and mastered by 3 Hounds Sound, produced by Young Badger, man. Yeah, it's a super dope song. One of my favorites in my catalog. Good mix with like lyricism, catchy hook. So I think you guys will really enjoy the visual as well. And Solid is streaming on all platforms now. Check me out. Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Chicana Fuerte, bringing it strong.
Now. Okay, now we can bring in.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bring in the other video as well. She had one
So
more.
Joe's bringing in another video real fast. One more time.
Yeah.
By the way, Mario Cavazos is asking the question, where is that place located again?
It's downtown Nolan Street. We have audio but no video.
Oh man.
Make it happen, Joe.
My nigga, I'm
There it
solid.
is.
I've always
There
been
you
too
go.
observant. I'm speaking my
Let's
mind.
start
if
it
I
over
know
again.
There's the video.
This is the video that I've been working on with Mr. Carlos
Oh
Rodriguez.
man. Yeah. My nigga, I'm solid. I've always been too observant. I'm speaking my mind if I notice. I try to be modest in person. I'm humble as fuck. Like I'm not the best artist you know of. I don't do the talking. Action speak louder than words. And you say a whole lot of nothing. These niggas not solid. All of this blood on the curb. I told you that dragon was coming. My nigga, I'm solid. I've always been too observant. I'm speaking my mind if I notice. I try to be modest in person. I'm humble as fuck. Like I'm not the best artist you know of. I don't do the talking. Action speak louder than words. And you say a whole lot of nothing. These niggas not solid. All of this blood on the curb. I told you that dragon was coming. Let's keep it 300. Hope rappers don't get they catching up. You out your league is you joking, man. I'm about to smoke them. I've been anti-social, but now I've been trying to show face in the socials. They music sound hopeless. Crown me a king, I'm immortal. My soul made its way to the surface. Disintegrate all of you serpents. Invincible when I'm emerging. We show them no mercy, just murk them. Limitless, I run the game till my ligaments lock. These rappers spin to get got. I turn Terminator, determined if you wanna floss. Them basic flows might get you chopped. I'm like the Batman, I dwell in the shadows and enemy stalk. Can't turn my energy off. Goku was built for the challenge, I don't even talk. Just get to my thought, look flow, been tighter than an airlock. Shake hands, but I'm doing it with bear claws. King Kong crushing everything he steps on. Artists never pay attention, so they never live long. Kill the competition, yell and get some. Dynamite been strapped to my hand, I blow this bitch up. Kid stuff, every line I load seem to link up. Man, I'm trying to pop like Berettas with the team. Oh yeah. I've always been too observant. I'm speaking my mind if I notice. I try to be modest in person. I'm humble as fuck. Like I'm not the best artist you know. If I don't do the talking, action speak louder than words. And you say a whole lot of nothing. These niggas not solid. I let this blood on the curb. Told you that dragon was coming. My nigga, I'm solid. I've always been too observant. I'm speaking my mind if I notice. I try to be modest in person. I'm humble as fuck. Like I'm not the best artist you know of. I don't do the talking. Action speak louder than words. And you say a whole lot of nothing. These niggas not solid. All of this blood on the curb. I told you that dragon was coming. I can't lose momentum. You know how we coming. Them lyrical choppers come out and we busting. Adrenaline rushing. I'm staying on point like a compass. I'm solid. My character must come before all the rap in my image. I'm honest, my foundation different. Kryptonian shrink when I'm lifting these buildings. Protect my attention, man. Soon as I dig in, they looking like children. Niggas on that high horse till they fell hard. Drop a few bars that'll match a whole health bar. Shit's hard. Automatic stick the pen clip, long rap shit. We some warriors, we don't just write songs. Yeah. Then my thoughts begin to weaponize. There's only one eye, like I'm Cyclops, but you finna my nigga, I'm solid. I've always been too observant. I'm speaking my mind if I notice. I try to be modest in person. I'm humble as fuck. Like I'm not the best artist you know of. I don't do the talking. Action speak louder than words. And you say a whole lot of nothing. These niggas not solid. All of this blood on the curb. I told you that dragon was coming. My nigga, I'm solid. I've always been too observant. I'm speaking my mind if I notice. I try to be modest in person. I'm humble as fuck. Like I'm not the best artist you know of. I don't do the talking. Action speak louder than words. And you say a whole lot of nothing. These niggas not solid. All of this blood on the curb. I told you that dragon was coming.
Okay, cool. I was like, please be perfect all the way. And I was like, oh, fuck up. All right, good. We made it through. They look good.
Well, guys,
That is J Mac the Dragon. By the way, you can also follow him on Spotify as well. J Mac, JMAC the Dragon.
I hope y'all enjoyed. There's going to be plenty more.
Yeah,
I like the flow.
I'm telling you, man. So yeah, local artist here in Austin. He does a lot of stuff in San Antonio, and Steph has been kind of working with him, producing some of his videos, working his social media. So yeah, man, he's a good kid and good dude, and yeah, we look forward to working with him.
Very cool. Hey, a couple of news and notes, by the way. CBS Sports is reporting that LeBron James is going to opt out of his contract to become an unrestricted free
You
agent.
gonna play with Pop?
But the idea is for him to sign a 3-year max deal someplace. More than likely going back to the Lakers, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty
But
sure.
LeBron James, that means he'll be playing till 44. Man, he's the Greg Popovich of players now, man.
He's still got it, man.
Hey,
you know,
Rick, man, we got a call out here, bro.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
Matt, yeah, let us know at SAFC game so we can. Yeah, absolutely.
We got to round up the troops. We got to
We
go
will.
ahead and tease that. If we're going to go to a game, we got to give it at least a week. That way we can tease it every day.
They're
man.
not. They're back in town next weekend.
And can
right?
we
SAFC.
get celebratory fireworks over here?
Let's
as
see.
we
I
make
do
this
have
next-
fireworks here. Let me look for them. Here they are.
Because we need to update our subscriber total. Because thanks to Texas Latina 26 for subscribing during the show, we picked up 2
Awesome.
subscribers in the past hour. We are now at 920.
Ooh, we're there, baby.
We are getting
We are
closer and
there.
closer to 1,000. The
We
second
are
we get to
there.
1,000,
Yeah,
They say the first million's the hardest to make, right? The first 1,000's the hardest to get.
Yeah.
When you play the video.
1,000 to
there.
2,000 is going to be easier, dude.
Absolutely.
Very, very cool. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Good stuff.
Lots of people saying that I was going to jump out of my seat, that they saw me tapping my toe.
Hey,
Mike-
they
Mike
my
wants to
leg.
battle
Mike
him.
liked it. Mike liked it.
No.
Mike liked it.
So I can't even imagine Mike trying to freestyle rap, bro. That would be wild.
I don't think I can talk that fast, dude. You know?
You can karaoke.
I can
like
karaoke.
a mofo all day.
I know.
But rapping, no.
Yeah.
Bro.
I like it.
Oh, some fireworks for Steph too. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Steph did a great job, man.
Yeah, yeah. She did all. She produced it.
And we have new merch,
Oh,
by the way.
we do have new merch.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
went ahead and tweeted that out or put it on the X. So you can go ahead and take a look at that. And if you look at the show intro at the beginning when it's playing, there's a QR code there that shows exactly where you can go ahead and purchase our merch. So we have a lot of shirts out there now. We have a new Dragon Ball Z themed design. We have one that's Star Wars inspired. We have the traditional Alamo City Sportscast logo on there. We have it's Marbach Nice. We have some Wemby stuff in there, you know, Keldon
I need
Johnson.
that. I need that Marbach nice. Shirt.
Yeah, man.
I need that.
Way to
one.
get you one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
So I mean, we got some stuff there, man. So yeah, go ahead and take a look at it. It's in Redbubble. You can go ahead and take a look at that. You would like Alonzo A. I'll look for you, man, on YouTube, and I'll see if I can reach out to you, man, and send you the link.
The Hawk Tua girl was found. I'm going to look for her real fast.
Oh, I saw that, dude.
They found her. She's now signing merch.
Man.
Oh God.
Here's video of her signing, or actually the back there was her signing merch over there. She's signing caps and whatnot that say Hawk Tua 2024. Good for her,
You
man.
see, man, that's what it takes.
Good
man.
for her. She's taking her 15
you
minutes of fame
hey,
and
you
running
got
with
to.
it.
Capitalize.
You have to. You have to, man. This day and age, man, that's what makes you famous. That's what makes you popular. You got to capitalize.
You know what some of the guys were saying in the chat? They're like, that Hawk Tua girl, she kind of cute, bro.
Well, you know,
where is she located? Or
Nashville.
Nashville.
She
Oh,
lives
you
in
were just
Nashville.
out there.
Yeah, she was actually out there on Broadway Street, where all the
Mhm.
country bars
Mhm.
are out over there. She was basically saying, I saw a TikTok where this guy is saying, "Do you know why guys like her? It's because this is a perfect example of how a girl with a good attitude and who's funny
Mhm.
on a scale of 1 through 10 gets an extra 2 or 3 points."
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and it's not because, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, she's cute, but she's funny.
Mhm.
You know, she likes to party. You know, she likes
Yeah.
to drink. And you know, she's a freak. There you go. Doesn't that take a 7 to a 10?
There you go.
I
There
mean,
you go.
Hawk Tua.
Talk to her.
But she's signing the merch out there, dude. Her friend's reaction, by the way, of
Yeah.
what the hell did you just say? And then they said Rose was the original
man,
Hawk
the
Tua
Rose
girl.
original, yeah,
Spit
like a
She also spat on her husband, her fiance. I have a child.
Oh
guy.
yeah, that asshole. Yeah.
Billy Zane, I
Billy
think that was
Zane,
it.
Billy
yeah,
Zane.
Yeah. You know, he was one of the goons of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
He's one of the 3 guys.
Biff's guys.
Biff's guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
He was-
a long time ago.
And I loved him in Zoolander as
Yeah,
Billy Zane.
yeah,
he goes,
yeah,
he goes, you don't want to get any of this,
Yeah.
Billy Zane.
Oh man.
Oh, Pookie, I love you forever.
That's wild.
Is that her?
No, people thought that it was her.
That looks like her, man.
Her name is Haley, by the way, and everyone was saying that girl might be her. But then you gotta, it's the twang. How much of the twang? Okay,
Yeah.
she's probably. I mean, she's cute.
God, bro. Hey. She said, "Hold my beer. I'm the original Hawk Tua girl."
The whole thing about like, what about your ex-boyfriend? Do you have any comments for
Yeah.
him? And she's like, he knocked the cobwebs off that thing. That's her on the bottom left right there, by the way. That's actually her.
Man.
And that's her on the left right there signing the Hawk Tua merch.
You got to, man. You got to capitalize.
Hey, man, that's
You gotta
gonna be
capitalize.
all over the place in the summertime, man. You're gonna see
Fathead,
that.
that.
Fathead Threads in Belfast, Tennessee has the Hawk Tua official. You can go to fatheadthreads.com.
What was the name of that one place that you are friends with? The guy Cali
Strong.
Strong.
Mhm,
They should have
yeah.
had some Hawk Tua
Oh
merch,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. We can work that. Yeah.
Very
There
nice.
it is.
There's
That's
a
the one
shirt.
right there, bro.
Hawk Tua 24. Spit on
Spit
that
on that
thing.
thing. I can see Rick wearing this shirt out and about,
Yeah.
bro.
At the beach.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Canyon Lake.
Steph and Rick wearing
Yeah.
it together.
Let's do it.
Very
Yeah.
nice, very nice. We've learned a lot today. Everyone, dude, thank you, Steph, not only for the music video, but for the Manmosa.
Oh, yeah.
because I got a little tipsy today.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, Steph taking
You
care of us in
know,
the studio,
always
man.
takes care of us,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah. You need a woman's touch around here, man.
For
Yeah.
real, dude. Hey, man, I try to keep it clean. I cleaned up for you guys today. I try to make it smell good in here
Yeah.
because, you know, a little stanky with Mike and me in here all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, nice. Thank you for letting people know.
Yeah. Smelling like men in here, man. You got to make it smell good.
Next week, we have to have that giveaway because we didn't give away the.
Oh, yeah. We're going to give it away because we're going to do this in order to go ahead and win.
Let's do it at the the draft party.
Yeah, in order to win this prize possession here, which is the Rookie of the Year, the Wemby Rookie of the Year, I'm going to take pictures and I'm going to put it on social media. You got to do a few things to win this, man. And we'll pick our winner at random. We're going to go ahead and have you guys give love to our sponsors, and that would be Jeff Garcia, you know, of Ken's 5, and also MCS General Contracting. Make sure to go ahead and like them, you know, on the X, sending them some love. And you go ahead and like, you know, them on their X, and you follow them. And you also like, you know, us as well on the X, Mike Jimenez, me, myself as Two Shots Podcast. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel. And you subscribe to the channel, you do those little things there for us, and we'll put your name in the drawing, man. And we'll do it live because it's just a little spinner. We can record it, you know, as we're doing it live. That way there's no nefarious dealings going on.
He said a little spinner. Sith Elias says, I asked my wife if she knew who Hawk Tua was, and she said that I had to fix my TikTok algorithm. Sam Selena saying Hawk Tua girl's a total cutie. Again, it's the package.
Yeah.
It's the package. She's funny. She's cochina. She likes to drink.
Sucia.
Yeah.
She wants to party.
Yeah.
And
Sucia.
by the way, I like to party too because I'll be celebrating the fact that we got subscriber 921 last 5 minutes.
Nice. Got some subscribers.
for there.
Hey,
Get our way to
today
1,000.
today has been our most profitable show. Once they started finding out that there's a notification that comes out
Yeah,
when you
people
give
love that
money,
stuff.
they wanted to see the notification.
Yeah.
By the way, also, as I mentioned, not only subscribe, but hit the alert button.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got to fix your settings on your iPhones and your.
Yeah.
your-
Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, man.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there it is.
Again, we not only want subscribers, we want viewers as well.
Yeah.
And the viewing numbers have getting higher and higher. 'cause
Yeah,
we
give us some
see them
love.
in real time.
Give us some love.
We see them
man.
in real time. You know, it's all about bridging that gap, man, between 10 and 2.
Yep.
You've got us. You got In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J. Great
Mhm.
thing about both shows.
Yeah.
You could watch them and then us. You could watch us and then them.
Mhm.
And
Both
let's,
shows are not dated.
Yeah.
yeah, and let's not forget our friends over at Sweep the League TV. You
Oh,
can go
yeah.
follow them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Rudy, Gio, Sumaya, all of them. They're doing a great job. They come out in the evenings. I think they start around 8 o'clock. You know, make sure you go follow them and give them some love and subscribe. They're almost at 100 subscribers, so they're at the cusp, man. So go and make sure you give them a subscribe. Hit that subscribe and notification button.
Yeah, that's what's cool about this, you know. Like I you know, to quote Pop, man, I'm neophyte in this business when it comes to radio, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. But what's cool is like we all support each other, right? Mike Taylor, Rudy J, Rudy Campos, Big Poppy Brandon, right? We're all support each other, right? You support us, we support y'all. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
People are asking, can wives join on the draft party? Of course, the more the
Yes.
merrier.
Families can join. I mean, you can bring everybody over.
Mhm. Yeah, wives,
Well,
kids. the
Tim
whole thing.
Gonzalez says to get the Chevy girls. I wish, man.
Got to reach
I
out to the
wish.
Chevy girls.
So just to get
Camino Real.
just to get Rick in trouble here, I want you to pick between the Camino Real girls.
Pick your fighter, Rick.
Pick your fighter. Which one is it?
What's going on here? I don't even know.
We're
what
trying to
you
get
don't
one of
know what's
the
going on here.
No.
Camino
no.
Real.
Oh, by the way,
girls.
this girl in the middle
They're
right
so
here,
funny.
she's actually the interpreter for a lot of the Mexican fighters,
Uh-huh.
the big fighters, right?
Uh-huh.
So they do the advertising for a dealership just outside of LA.
Camino
Okay.
Real.
Yeah.
And they're funny, dude. They're
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find the funny ones. Like
Oh, that one.
I think I've seen the interpreter for the boxing.
Yeah,
girl.
so
I've
Sophie's
seen
her
her.
name,
Yeah,
Sophie.
yeah.
so that is Jess.
Okay.
She also markets things in San Antonio, by the way.
Okay.
And then Sophie's Sophie's on the tall girl. Jessica's the primary one. That's Sophie right there. She's the interpreter for a
Mhm.
lot of Mexican fighters. She's in the ring in big fights.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I've seen her.
And
I've seen her
then
interpret.
I like this one right here. And then you got Thicky right here.
Uh-huh.
That is the.
So these are
the-
real Camino Real Chevy girls.
Yeah.
That's what
So
this is.
so looking at this one real fast.
Mhm.
Choose your fighter.
Steps all.
Steph's my fighter. Yeah, Steph's my fighter. Out of these three girls?
Yeah, out of
Well,
these three
let
girls.
Steph choose.
Yeah.
Steph, which one do you want?
Huh? Yeah, Steph's my fighter. She knows that. Yeah. Man. You know, this isn't actually far from where I'm at in Oceanside, outside of Camino Real and all that. Yeah,
This is the thicky one. Look at the hair flip at the end. Oh
man.
Choose your
yeah.
fighter. Choose your fighter. Choose your fighter. Joe, choose your fighter.
Oh, you already know I'm the thicky one, man.
Joe likes the thickums.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right?
Gotta have something to keep you warm, dude.
Yeah.
Them
That
skinny
is
girls ain't doing it for you.
I
man.
like
You're
how
gonna
we
be
bring up
cold
the
at
Chevy
night.
girls and no one's seen. Sam Salina says, "I'll take the petite one all day, every day."
Yeah.
Hey, man, but sometimes them little ones are mean, bro. They got a lot of fight in them.
That is funny.
That is funny.
I'm
Yeah.
speaking from experience. My wife's one of them, man.
Yeah.
She's mean.
Yes.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Monterey Park, California. Yeah, that's not too far from where I'm out up in
See,
Oceanside.
don't make Rick pick, man. He get in trouble, Mike.
I do.
This was
I
a good
do.
one.
I
This
do.
was
I
a
do
good one.
recognize.
Oh,
the,
this one's funny.
The,
Papaya?
I do recognize the translator from the fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. She did a big fight like 3 weeks ago. I forgot which one it was,
Mhm.
but there was a big fight. Yeah, we show love to the Camino Real girls. No, they're not going to be at the draft party, but I will make an attempt to get one of them on the show
There you go.
and just say that we love you girls.
Mhm.
Well, 2 of them have ties to San Antonio.
I mean, if there's the inn right there. The inn is getting them, their San Antonio
Oh,
connections.
dude, Joe, you have to read Matt's comment.
The one he said, mad comments. The one with the fupa has the better chalupa.
First of all, the football on that one is the fact that she had a kid about a year ago. Okay, so you got to give her some
What's
love.
wrong with that, man?
Ain't nothing wrong, dude. Ain't nothing wrong, dude.
Si tiene panza, tienes chanza.
There you go, Mike. Hey, we need to get that shirt for Mike. You wear that at the bar. Wear that at the bar.
Very nice, very nice. Well, my name is Mike Jimenez. This is Rik Fernandez, United States
Yeah.
Marine Corps, retired.
Tired, yeah.
We haven't talked to you
That's
about
man,
how does that
that-
feel.
Man, it's surreal. Like it hasn't even hit me yet, to be honest with you. Like it feels surreal. I feel like I'm just like on leave or something. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So it'll hit me soon. But yeah, USMC retired now on my signature block.
Well, thank
So,
you for your service.
It's been my pleasure.
We will be poodles in Paris. I can feel it.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
We have a narc over here, a federale.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
Fed in Joe Garcia. Congratulations on your
Yeah,
new
thank
gig.
you, man.
Congrats, bro. That's awesome, man.
Steph, congratulations on your adventures and entrepreneurship in
Editing, man.
editing
Yeah,
and
Steph-
videography and
There's
social
a lot
media.
of stuff behind the scenes, man, that people don't realize. But so she's amazing.
She's the
Celebrate-
brains of the
She is
operation, man.
amazing. Yeah, celebrating Joe, 3:00.
3
Twin
o'clock,
Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, please join us.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. 3 o'clock's happy hour too. So if you
Let's
come
do it.
between the hours of 3 to 6, I believe, you can go ahead and get those specials on the big man-sized beers.
There you
man.
go.
Yeah.
No little, pint here,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Don't bring a
yeah.
pint to the table where we at. You're gonna sit you somewhere else.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
You
drink
need the 32 ounces.
Yeah,
man.
32
Yeah,
ounce.
Yeah.
We don't got beer, but we got tequila.
I don't know if Mike's not gonna be drinking no beer because he gets full, but he'll probably have a little drink.
Yeah,
He'll have a little mixed
he gets
drink.
Bloated. He gets full.
Yeah, dude,
He
like
gets
the
a
mixed
little-
drinks, that's Mike all day.
That's
But
Mike's
you give him
vibe?
one beer, you're
Alright.
done, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You're done.
Come down and buy Mike a drink. You
Very
know,
nice.
Come
Yeah.
down and buy Mike a drink.
Everyone have a fantastic weekend. My name is Mike Jimenez. Again, like on the way out the door. Again, we are now at 920 subscribers.
That's
Look
awesome.
at that. Oh,
That's
wait.
awesome.
We got another one.
One more.
921.
921. Heck
Look at
yeah.
it. It's like a.
That's awesome, man. I love this.
It's like
I love
a-
how it shows now that when you have subscribers, new
Yeah.
subscribers, that's awesome. Hey, real quick, you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Jack Mitchell, our guy from
Oh yeah.
Campeche, he does a lot of
Collective,
the merch,
yeah.
right? The collective. I'm wearing the shorts right now. We'll be having a float party tomorrow for Twitter fans.
Oh,
or
really?
Spurs Twitter, yeah, out in Comau.
Let's go ahead and show the flyer for that one
Yeah,
because I think
yeah.
you had it here. Let me go back to your profile.
Yeah,
real quick.
he's I think
There
this
it
is like
is.
the 3rd or 4th year of doing this. Every year he does a float party. He gathers Spurs Twitter fans to float the Comau down in San Marcos. Yeah, San Marcos. New Braunfels. I'm sorry, New Braunfels. And it's a good time. Steph and I will be out there
10
tomorrow.
a.m.
10 a.m.
Start,
Yeah,
man.
you got to get early, bro. You got to get in there early. You got to get on that float. You got to get on the river. We got the Buc-ee's floats.
Nice.
No, it's gonna be it's a good time, man.
That's
so
cool. I like the Buc-ee floats.
last year we had a handful of Spurs Twitter folks get together, and it's one of those events where you talk to
I
each
gotta
other.
ask Steph the important question. Will Rik lose his phone again?
Oh man, I lost my phone last time. Yeah, I lost my phone in the water last time. That was tough. That was tough. Yeah, no, she's gonna hold on to it for me this time. But
Nice.
yeah, no, it's a good time, man. Dak puts together something nice. Spurs Twitter float party. New Braunfels tomorrow morning. We'll be there. It'll be fun.
Very cool. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Welcome back.
Appreciate you, my man.
Very nice. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Again, 3 p.m. for Joe's celebration. 151
Twin Peaks.
near 410.
I'm gonna get us a table, man.
29 degrees.
Very nice.
All right.
Those scenic view.
Peace. We're out.
Stay puro.